going around this world, and I want to discuss some of them here today. If you currently work a 9 to 5, you may notice that throughout this video, this is going to speak about a lot of the things you may be dealing with right now. But I want you to watch this entire video to the end, because by the end of the video, you're going to know how to break free from a lot of those lies. Now, the first thing I want to discuss is that a lie is something that can be true to some people, but it doesn't have to be true for you. Okay, you can choose to live in a different reality if you want to. If you do not want to live the life you're currently living, you are going to have to change your beliefs. And if you don't want to make the amount of money you're currently making, you have to change your money beliefs. Now, what you believe about money is strictly based on what you've been told about money. So that's why this video is about money lies, because your family, your friends, the people you work around, so your coworkers or your supervisors, whoever, is all going to tell you lies based on what they know to be true and what they want you to do. Okay, so your family, your friends, the people close to you, the people that also work jobs are going to want to tell you the things that keep you safe and to keep you doing the same thing that they are doing. Point blank, period. They don't want you to go above and beyond them, because they would be going over and beyond for themselves if they could. But they can't. So if they see you trying to become over and beyond, then you need to be able to see beyond that and do something different. Now, as far as the people you work for, like your supervisors, when it comes to your supervisors, they want to keep you in a place. Thank you for the likes. They want to keep you in the place that is going to keep you to be a worker. They're not going to give you the information so that you cannot be a worker. Okay, so remember that the people, I guess the source of where you're getting that information is going to strongly depict what you're being told. I think it is not easy to make money, but if you have a suggestion, can you tell me? Now, this video is going to exactly answer your question about the difficult. Actually, we can move that up to the front, right? So the first lie is that it's hard to make money. The reason why this is a lie is because you don't work hard for money. What happens is that every single day there are trillions of dollars, and if you don't currently believe this, that is fine. That just means that you are programmed for a money lie, and you're going to unprogram yourself by watching videos like mine and watching other people's content, right? So what happens is that there are trillions of dollars literally circulating through the just in America, the American economy every single day. People are buying products, people are selling products, people have businesses, people are buying cars, selling cars. There's so many things going on in this world, right? Trillions of dollars every single day are circulating. What happens when you get really good at making money is the money that's already circulating. With the money that's already circulating, you take yourself and you put yourself right where the money's already circulating. You're not technically making any money. You're not technically doing anything different. You're just putting yourself around where the money already is circulating, and you get to collect some of it. So when you think about money being hard to make, it's because you are under the pretense, or other people are under the pretense, that you have to go out and make money. When you become wealthy and you have a wealthy mindset, you are positioning yourself to gain the money that's already in the world. You're not creating any money. Thank you for the likes. I don't know why my nose is dripping, but you're not creating any money. You're just allowing yourself to receive more money. In my country, I only get 100. I don't know what TL means. So that's $57 in your country. Is that, you mean like for work? So when you go to work, you're only making $57 for that day. I don't know what TL means. What does TL mean? But that is one of the main money lies, is that it's hard to make money. And so if you are under the thought process that it's hard to make money, and you're like, well, the only option I have is to get a job, that's exactly the point. There's trillions of dollars circulating. And guess who gets more money if you're not playing part of that game? If you only think that you need to show up to a job and that's your only option, that is the point. That is the lie. Okay? So what you need to do is not leave your job. The job's not the problem. You just need to allow yourself to make more money, and you do that through shifting your money beliefs. So through I've made I made a video, 3 money beliefs that are keeping you broke. I already have that video up on my channel. And this whole entire channel is about money. So really just watch all the videos. They all will break free all these lies for you. But one of the things with money is that you have to realize that, again, the source that you're getting the information from is going to depict the information you get. So you need to make sure that you're not getting information from people that you know or that aren't doing the thing that you want. That's another lie, is that you can just take advice from anyone. That is not true. I mean, there's millionaires who would never take advice from me because I make less than them. They wouldn't listen to me, right? That's perfectly fine. The same way as I would not listen to someone who works a 9 to 5 because I don't want to live that life. And I've chosen against that. So you have to listen to people who align with what you want. If you don't want to work for money and you want to learn to make money outside of your 9 to 5, you don't want money to be hard. You're interested in unraveling these money lies you have and finding the truth about money and living according to that, you're listening to the right person. So when it comes to money being hard to make, it is not hard to make. It's the hard part is getting your brain to undo the hard work that having a job has programmed you to do. I just posted a TikTok. Well, I made a TikTok about this, is that when you have a job, it programs you to have consistent income. That is a huge lie, because a lot of people think that, okay, I need to quit my job. And the first thing they think is, I need to consistently make $10,000 a month. How and why? You were literally surviving off of $2,000 a month, which is like $1,000 after taxes every 2 weeks. And all of a sudden you need $10,000 in your business to be. It's because a job has programmed you to only care about consistent income. But like I just said, you're not really making any money. You're just smart enough to put yourself where the money already is, where it's already circulating. So do you actually need to have consistent income? No. There's nothing consistent about my income. I might make $100 today, $5,000 the next day, $2,000 the next day, $200 the next day, $70 the next day. But I make more than I ever have at a job. So it doesn't have to be consistent to where you're making a certain amount a day or a certain amount an hour, or pricing if you have a digital product, pricing your product so it can be consistent. Consistency is a lie. And another lie about money, just to roll into this one, is that you need to have, I literally just lost it. It's going to come back. But another lie about money, because I could literally talk about this forever, there's so many lies about money, is that you need to pay, like your primary focus needs to be to pay bills. That is a lie. Okay. Your primary focus should not be paying bills, because when you work, that is active income. You're going to work for 8 hours, 12 hours. Some people have 24-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts, whatever, overtime, etc. You're going to work for active hours where you are obligated to be there. And then you're taking that active money that you like, I call it active income. That's what it is. You went to work and you actively worked for 8 hours. And you take that money and you transfer it to your credit card company. You transfer it to your rent. You transfer it to your whatever you have, whatever bills you have sitting, and then you're left with nothing. Okay. At the end of payday, you should be having more money than you received, not less. So another money lie that I really want to get across to you is that if you are taking your money and the primary purpose is to spend it on a bill, you are being lied to. Your primary purpose should be to make your money make more money. And the person I learned this from a few months ago, not even a few months, like a while, I heard him say this for so long, and eventually it clicked for me, is Myron Golden. He says he says that poor people's intention with money is to pay bills. Middle class is to have a good credit score, pay bills on time, and buy things you don't need to impress people you don't like. And the third is rich people, wealthy people use their money to make money. Okay. That is where you need to be, where you're making your money make money. And this is through different things, like anything that can give you a return on your money. I want you to go to ChatGPT and literally go spend 10 seconds looking up something. Go actually use your brain and research and actually get out of only acting on things you're told, and go find information. Go literally search on YouTube, search on Google, search on ChatGPT, search on TikTok, and just be obsessed with finding more and more and more and more information. That's literally what I did. I journaled and thought my way into wealth. I didn't just go and get a job. Like, you would think, okay, if I want to make more money, I got to get a higher paying job. That's what I thought. I was like, either I need to quit my job and get a higher paying job, or I need to get a part-time job. Those are my two options. That doesn't make any sense. Because how can those be your two options if not everybody's working a 9 to 5 in the world? There's something missing there, right? So you need to be able to get a return on your money. And like I said, there's tons of ways. One of the easiest ways is a high yield saving account. Why? You take your active income, you put it into a high yield saving account. You get 3% every year, 3.5, 3.7. I know Capital One right now is 3.6% APY. Discover is 3.7. I don't know what Amex is right now, but Amex is a good one. There are a lot of different companies. Just find a reputable company. My recommendation is, though, to get a high yield saving account with a bank you already have. So whether that is your credit card company that has a high yield saving account, Apple has one as well. I don't remember what the percentage is for them, but like for me, I had a Discover credit card, so I was like, I'm just going to get a Discover high yield saving account. I've had that account for many years now, right? So you want to make sure that you are getting a return on your money, and when you go pay bills, you have something left over. And you can only have something left over if you have a way to increase that money before you give it away. So what happens for me is my money goes through a pipeline. Whatever my incomes are, it goes through like 3 or 4 different pipelines of increasing before I spend a cent. And that's why I'm left with more money at the end of the month, and I start the new month already in a better position, whether I make money or not. Okay, that's what wealth is, actually having that wealth and keeping it in and keeping it along with you. Another lie that I heard or that I thought about is that, oh my gosh, that one just slipped too. It's okay. I just have there's literally so many lies. What's another one? Another money lie is that you can't make money while you sleep. A lot of people say that you have to be working, or you have to have, like, basically some people say that passive income doesn't exist, which is not true. Passive income absolutely exists, and it only mainly exists in the financial markets. So in the financial markets, there are tons of, when I started to understand that there is like a place where people don't have to work for money, I was like, oh my God. There's a place where people don't have to work for money. Get me into that, right? And so the financial markets, or the stock market, or call it whatever you want, right? Stock market, I guess is a proper term, is people are using the stock market every single day to make more money. And so that's what your primary purpose needs to be. It needs to be whatever capacity that is. You don't have to be a trader. You don't have to buy and hold stocks. You don't have to do futures. You don't have to do anything. But you need to find a part of the financial markets that you understand that you can reap the benefits of. And there are some parts of the financial markets that are going to give you an insane return on your money. But again, this is not financial advice, and that anything I say on the internet cannot be used to be accounted for your losses or your gains regardless. But for the people that this information is for, you need to make sure that you're actually paying attention to your money, and that you're giving it a pipeline, and you're not just allowing it to leave your pocket because you're working for 8 hours every single day. And guess what happens when you work? You just wait 2 weeks. You're literally waiting. Like, you go home with nothing and you sit for 14 days and then they finally pay you. And then when you get that money and you already have bills that are trying to take your money. And then what do? You sit and you wait 14 more days to get your second paycheck. And then you wait again, get another paycheck after 14 days. Like, there is a way where you can get paid every single day. We're not waiting 14 days. Some people wait 31 days and they get paid once a month, and wait 30 days to get a paycheck. You don't have to do that. And so a lie is that a money lie is that you actually have to wait for money. You actually don't have to wait for money. For me, that's one of the biggest things I'm going through right now, is actually I don't wait for money. When I need a desire to be fulfilled with money, the money appears. And it's not out of magic or woo woo. It's literally unraveling these money beliefs, and you are going to see the world differently. And so I wrote an entire workbook with 28 of these money beliefs that I personally used. If you want to get it, you don't have to. The people that have read it said it's amazing. I think it's amazing because it's exactly the information I used. All right. And I also have a different audio that it literally speaks through all the 5 money beliefs that I use. So it's the 28 plus those 5 are like literally what I use to advance myself financially. So I may or may not put those in the comments down below. I really don't like the public purchasing them because I need people who are serious about money, who are ready to literally be the next wave of wealth, right? I don't want people to just be able to find these videos and purchase it. Like, no. I want serious people that actually care about money, that actually care about changing their lives, that actually are interested in a transformation. That's who I'm looking for. So I actually don't have them available to the public, but I did write those books, and eventually they might be out at some point. But there's so many money lies, and I definitely want you to go watch that other video that I posted. You can easily find it. It's 3 money beliefs that are keeping you broke. And in that video, I talked a lot about investing and just how people think you have to have so much money to invest. Now, another thing I'm learning right now about money is that you have to work for money. And the thing about it is that somebody has to work. Somebody has to work. But it doesn't have to be you, because if you can understand that somebody got to work, but it don't have to be you, you can leverage other people's work. And that's the thing I'm actually learning right now. That's the code that I unlocked today that I'm actually transmuting through right now. And within the next few weeks, it'll be like a code that I've accomplished. And I may come back with another updated video on that as I'm going through it right now. But literally leveraging work of other people to make me money. Leveraging I've always known about delegation. I made a video about that as well. You can watch that video on why rich people delegate. And, I delegate my hair. It's for someone else to do it, right? I pay them to do it. Or my groceries, I pay somebody to deliver my groceries. When it comes to what else do I delegate? Like having a chef, like somebody cooking your food, or having a maid coming home to a clean house, delegating that with your money. But it's not just delegating it, like making somebody else do a task and you pay them. You can actually delegate the work that you need to do and have somebody else do it. Because I would much rather get I would much rather get 90% of the profit of 100% of your work than 100% of my own work. Okay? And this is the same thing with digital products. I sell my digital products, but I wrote them once and they sell. When people message me and they're really interested, and I know they're interested, and we make a connection, and I know they're aligned with my business, and they're the person I'm looking for, and they're looking for me and I'm looking for them, and we're connected, and they purchase my product, I know for a fact that that's the right person that's supposed to get that information. So it's so many things that go along with it. But this video just is to wrap up that there are so many money beliefs. There are so many money lies that you may be believing. But at the end of the day, it's only true if you believe it. So what I want you to do is I want you to think to yourself, right, as your homework, right, at the end of this video, your homework is to think about things that may or may not be lies and why or why not you believe. Thank you for the likes as well. But why you may or may not believe them and why not. Go through, rewatch this video and write down all the parts that you're like, that can't be true. And ask yourself, why can't they be true? Why not? Why can't they be true? Okay? I want you to ask yourself that. I really, truly want you to do some inner work and really think about it. And one of the things I learned from Myron Golden is that a really long time ago, before I ever had a business when I was still struggling to make money, right? Because now I'm in a process of amplifying how much I make. But when I literally could not make any money, like I was cracking that barrier, like cracking that veil of being able to make money, he said so many people really use their physical labor as a crutch. Like they know they can go out and get a job, so they won't think about how they can really improve their lives. And I thought to myself, I really don't use my brain. And so I went on a mission to use my brain so much every single day. Use my brain to think through problems and stop paying people, stop paying mentors, stop paying people to solve my problems. I literally am like, I am going to work through these problems and I'm going to think through them. And that is one of the biggest things that really changed my life. So if you're not thinking through your problems, that is also a money lie, because you can solve your own. Every answer you need is within you. Now you may need resources like these videos to really like get you on that momentum, or if you message me to get my workbooks or to get that audio that can get you to 10K months, like those type of things, right? But me personally, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really trying to get people to buy my products, because I make money regardless if people buy the products or not. Like the things I'm teaching, I'm able to teach them because I actually do them. So I actually don't need you to buy the product. I am just so happy that I've cracked the codes that I have thus far to learn how to make my own money outside of a job, to be able to have passive income, to be able to literally make money at a drop of a hat if I feel the desire that I need money for, like, to fulfill some sort of desire, right? That is what I'm able to give people. And so I definitely want you to think with your brain. Think, like, get so obsessed with being inside of your brain. Write everything down. And that is really going to unveil some of the money lies for you. Facts, I just talked about that in my life. Provide value not as a machine, but from yourself. Exactly. Like, you have to. I think that also all the money that you want is in someone else's pocket regardless. So you have to provide value to be able to get value back, whether that is value back in exchange of service or back in dollars. But I prefer dollars, honestly. But did you go live today? Were you live today? Or did I just miss it? Because I actually came to this channel to check my comments, and I was like, I should just go live because I feel like I'm going through so much money transformation right now that this video is going to be pivotal in like the next 5 years. Like, this information. Oh, you were just live. Awesome. I saw that live you had did, and I caught the end of it, and I was like, dang, I missed the whole thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I want you guys to do that homework. I want you to stay tapped into yourselves. Like, you don't have to live a life where you're just happy. You can live a life where you actually make money every single day, and you are so freaking wealthy that it's like impossible for you to not make money. Like, it's literally impossible for me to not make money. And I want this so badly for every single person on this earth, right? I literally want, like, that's the only purpose in my content. It's just to share the awareness of it, because I literally want you to live that same life so that we can all, like, for the people that it matters to, right? Because some people don't care about money, but for the people it matters to, I want us to actually get the information by being able to activate each other. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I appreciate you spending your energy with me. It was awesome, this 22 minutes, and I appreciate the comments and the likes. You guys know I love you. I love my YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. I love it over here. But I'll see you guys in my next video, and y'all have a great Friday.